I'm so hungover.
What's up, peeps? A lot of you guys seem to like the video I did about my psycho ex-roommate. So today, I thought I'd tell you about my psycho ex-boyfriend. Yes, my boyfriend. A few people complained that the other video was a bit too long, so instead of like going through a timeline, I thought I'd just bring up the points that, to me, made him a bit psycho. So let's jump right in! Okay, so a quick little intro. We met in 2012 and we met at the gym, but we started talking online and then just started hanging out a bit every now and then, and eventually we became a couple, as you do. Now, he wasn't like crazy from the beginning, but you know, like, you can tell kind of from someone's personality that they're a bit like over or a bit like too much sometimes. And he had a very strong personality, to say the least. He was the type of guy who would like joke as if he was mad, and whether I replied with like a jokey response back or like that I took the fact that he was mad seriously, I would always lose whichever choice I took. So yeah, the first psycho tendencies I noticed was when he told me to gain weight, and I was like, what? Because at the time that we met, I was losing weight. I wasn't losing like crazy amounts of weight. I was just losing weight, like toning up. And he told me to gain weight. I knew that he didn't like guys talking to me or writing to me, and by me gaining weight, he basically wanted to take me off the market because apparently guys can't like fuller girls. What? So yeah, he told me to gain weight and I was like, no, I'm on a roll here. Like, I got my gym thing going and I'm like feeling better about myself, so no, I'm not gonna gain weight for you. So that was the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed was that he would like always keep his phone, like the screen, turned away from me, so he would always like be very secretive about his phone. I mean, I get if you don't want to show everything on your phone, that's fine. You're entitled to your privacy, but it was just the way he went about it to be like over private, so I was like, okay, that's fine. And also that he wanted me to show him what I was doing on my phone, which was weird. So he was being a bit hypocritical about our personal privacy in that sense, and he just seemed very secretive, like he was up to something. Now the third thing I noticed, and now to take the privacy thing even further, he hacked my account, my Facebook account, and he told it to me. So I was like, okay, why? And he told me when he had been at my house that he had like found out our IP address and used it to sort of like gain access to my Facebook. And he was like being weird. He's like, I could gain access to everyone in your house's stuff. I was like, why would you even want to do that? And second of all, I don't believe you. So yeah, he hacked into my Facebook account and he did it 3 times, and he told me every time. So I was like, why do you keep doing this since you're apologizing every time as well? And in one of those times, he saw a conversation between me and a guy. It was a guy friend I rarely ever spoke to, and there was like nothing between us. But then one day when I changed my profile pics, he wrote to me, nice profile pic. And I replied, thank you. And that was it, nothing else. And because I replied thank you, he broke up with me, which was like, a bit weird. Now thinking back to it, I'm like, why didn't I leave him way earlier? But as many women who've been kind of in toxic relationships, they will know when you're in there, it's like kind of hard to get out. So yeah, he was being pretty weird. Now the fourth thing, to keep building on the fact that he broke up with me that time, that wasn't the only time that he broke up with me. He broke up with me, I think, like a total of 4 times, which was super annoying and like just being played around like that, because he would break up with me and then like start talking to me like after a week, like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, sad? He's like, okay, well, I can take you back now. I wish I would have stood up for myself a bit more back then, but it was my first relationship and it was weird for me to like get attention from a guy, and you girls know how it is to get attention from guys at that age. I was like, ah, yay! So yeah, but I wish I would have stood up for myself a bit more. Number 5, he would also have this kind of weird thing where he would like try to prove to me that he was a daredevil, or like prove to himself, I don't know. So whenever we were in his car, he would like drive like at least 3 times the speed limit, and I would be like, can you stop? I don't want to die. And he was like, no, come on, it's fun, nothing's gonna happen. And then I was like, well, if you do love me, you shouldn't put me at this risk. And he was like, his response to that was, well, if you die, at least we'll die together. What? Oh, thanks, I'm gonna die with you? That's gonna help when we're just rotting in the ground. Sam. Always cops outside, seriously, every time I'm filming. And the sixth and last thing that he did to me, which was pretty weird and bordering on psycho, was that he was very controlling. So not only did he like kind of tell me not to talk to other guys, he also made me like remove all of my guy friends on Facebook unless I had like kind of the story to tell him why he should still be my friend. Like if I met the guy at church, that would be okay. But he was also controlling in the sense that if I would want to go out for a run and I told him like, okay, I'm going out for a run now. If it was past a certain time, like maybe even just 6, and it's not even dark in Sweden at that time during the summer, he would be like, no, I don't want you to go for a run. I was like, why? And he would always be like, well, I would be too worried. And I live in a pretty calm, non-threatening area. I always run that route every day at the same time. So he was just overly controlling. And eventually I was just done with it after he had broken up with me for like 1,000 times. Luckily, it finally ended when I decided to go to Scotland and study. He obviously wanted to try and keep like going at it like distance stuff, but when you're in a completely different environment, meaning new people, it's a lot easier to get perspective on like your past life, or like it's easier to look at a situation differently. And I saw that I wasn't being treated as well as I should be. And yeah, it was just a toxic relationship eventually. When I met my current boyfriend, I cut all ties and said, I met this new guy and I don't want to keep talking to you. And voila, now I'm a happy girl. Holla! But yeah, it was a great learning experience though. I learned what I didn't want in my future partner. And obviously I had a long list with this guy. And I did come out of it stronger. So for any of you out there who are currently in a toxic relationship or have been in one, I feel like you will be able to relate what I've been through. And I just want to tell you to be strong. It will get better. And if you're in a toxic relationship, know that you deserve better and get out of it, because it ain't gonna get better. There's always help to get if you want to get out of a relationship. So keep that in mind. So that's it for my psycho ex-boyfriend story. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to me already, please do that as well. And you will see this beautiful face on your screen twice per week. Yeah, and it's completely free. I'll smell you later.